Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig and I have a fantastic collection from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts. So this one is Crafting with Hunkydory and it's a fantastic magazine and collection. It even comes with a stamp. We've got adorable scorable. We've even got this cute little pad of eternal blooms. It's a little book. You guys together, they make gorgeous cards like this one, this Easel card. This is our giveaway card for this episode. So if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a little flip through here of what you're getting in this kit. So you're getting this beautiful stamp called Vintage Rose. Absolutely gorgeous. And it has lots of sentiments with it, which I think is nice, okay? And then we've got these gorgeous, this one's Radiant Rouge. Look at all the different card possibilities here. And all of these are used within the magazine that I'm going to be showing you. So it gives you all the ideas on how to use all of these toppers. Look at this one with the beautiful flowers and the hydrangeas. And this one. And then we're getting into the coordinating adorable scorable cardstock. Look at that with the lilies. Beautiful purples, and the borders are gorgeous. Look at these peonies. This is such a dramatic border. I've not seen this one done like this before. Beautiful borders on this one too. Okay, now we've got some gold foiling happening. Okay, and you're also going to get 2 sheets of acetate. This one has like script writing on it. This one just has little flecks of metallic flecks on it. And then these are great, just like double-sided printed papers. There we go. Beautiful. This one's like a deep plum color with swirls. Beautiful. And then this one also has that same kind of script on it that the acetate does. And then beautiful roses. Okay, more foiling on this one, and this one. So gorgeous. All right, and then you're getting the magazine. So in the magazine, I'm just going to kind of flip through the pages that directly relate to what's in the kit, because there's so much in here. All right, so Eternal Blooms. Okay, this is the contents that you're getting, and these are the things that you can make with this kit. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this one's beautiful. This one is the one I showed you in the opening, and we'll get back to the cards that I am making with this. Also, this one I'm going to show you. Gorgeous. This one we're going to put together. Uses acetate. And then gorgeous layering on this one. And now we're going to flip back here a little bit more. So here we go. Okay, so more Eternal Blooms, additional items. Okay, so it's got the adorable scorable in there, gorgeous, beautiful. This one uses that little square book of Eternal Blooms. So does this one. Okay, absolutely beautiful cards. And then this, and then it's giving you some actual papers to use to play with. And then it's showing you ideas on how to use those. Okay, really, really gorgeous and full of goodies. All right, so let's go to this one. And then I've like marked another magazine with my pages so I can remember how to get back here. All right, so for this one, you guys, these have the instructions on how to make this, measuring. First of all, it's using a 7x5, so it's a tent fold card to start with. Okay, so there's the tent fold right there. And so it would be 7x5, and then of course I'm turning it on its side so that it's a 5x7. And then I scored it right across the center of the card front only to make that easel. Then, of course, when you're making an easel card, it props up with something on the inside back of the card, so you need something foam taped there, right? And all the instructions here are given. It's just really nice. I'll give you an example. Cut the 7x5 piece of Ink Me cardstock and layer it with Miri card and accent foiled cardstock from the top left corner. I ended up using Whoa, extra packaging. I ended up using one of Hunkydory's essential Miri cardstocks, and this is Glamorous Gold, and there are 10 sheets in here, and I use this all the way throughout all the projects and stuff. So this is listed down below the video in the description box if you're watching us on our webisodes page, and if you're watching us on Paper Wish's YouTube channel, just look below the video in the description box and there's a link that'll take you to this webisode page. Speaking of our YouTube channel, you guys, this is our giveaway card for this episode. So how that works is, if you're watching us on our Paper Wish's webisode page, we ask that you hop on over to YouTube and that you subscribe to our Paper Wish's YouTube channel. So like, comment, subscribe. Leave us a comment on this video. Tell us what you think about the kit, about the cards, what have you. And then after about a week, we're going to go back. We'll pick one of the comments and we'll reply, "Congratulations, YouTube username blank." And we'll choose one person's unique username for YouTube. So you do have to know your YouTube username. And then we'll make that announcement also on the community tab with a photo of this card. So it's a great idea if you're on our YouTube channel to hit that notifications bell in the top right hand corner. That will help you a lot to see if you are the winner. And we'll send this to you in a little happy mail. All right, so the only addition that I made to this card is I added a little 1/8 inch ribbon for some bows right here on these tags. I felt like it just needed something to anchor those tags. All right. So the next one here, all right, so this one, you guys, I'm going to skip for a second because that one's going to take some inking. So for this one, I used the cute little Square Little Book of Eternal Blooms, okay? And let's take a flip through this before I talk about the card. Look at these gorgeous flowers. They're so vintage looking and so beautiful, and you're getting 6 of each of those, okay? Lots to play with. Absolutely beautiful. That one, that's this one right here. So you know you have a card right from the jump to make with those. And this is the one I used to make this card. Gorgeous lilies, look at those. Beautiful. This one's like lots of whites and greens or creams. Beautiful. I love this one with the peonies. Just love a peony. Beautiful. Okay, look at that. So dramatic. Can't go wrong with a hydrangea blossom. Gorgeous collection of flowers there. There as well. The arrangements on these are really beautiful. Okay, this is just another view of that one. It's really unique. In a circle, we're getting down to the end. Gorgeous. That's beautiful with that picture vase. Lots of blues on this one, gorgeous. And there we go. Whoop. Our gorgeous blues and purples. And our last one, gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. All right, so for this one, you guys, oops. This is a 6x6 card, and it tells me right here to, I used some, they used black Adorable Scoreable. I just used black cardstock to mount mine. And instead of using this red solid Adorable Scoreable, I used one from this great Adorable Scoreable Eternal Blooms, which is so fantastic. So you're starting off with these beautiful black, green, blue. This is a really rich dark green. Gorgeous royal blue, black. The gold embossing on this is just gorgeous. The little red roses, little burgundy roses. Oops, now we got to flip that over. Here's that gold script greeting in burgundy, in beautiful pink, and then the same one with blue, and then pink, and then this is the red one I used on my card. And then you've got this one with the blue, nice royal blue, and then there's one hiding under here. This one's also forest green. So absolutely gorgeous. And then I matted this on some of that beautiful gold cardstock. I just took a strip of gold cardstock about 1 inch wide and I just glued it across the center. And then I went ahead and I matted this on the gold cardstock as well, and then added some thin line jewel border dazzle stickers, which are just so nice. They just peel right off. So easy to add to your cards. I just did that at the top and the bottom. It's nice just to, I like to add them at the end, and then I just trim them with some tiny scissors, right, that like even with the mat, but you could do that before you matted it. And then just added this little greeting, all the best, from the punch outs in the card toppers. So for this one, you guys, I went ahead and it's telling us to take out 2 of these, and we're gluing one down, and then we're using scissors and cutting out the other one. And you would think that might be intimidating, but because it's got one right under it, if you want to skip some of the leaves, you don't have to cut these out. You could just do the bigger leaves and petals, just like this, and you'll notice how I'm turning everything. I'm not even going to go into that little area right there. I'm just going to go around like this, because when I go back and I lay this down, right like that, all the things that I didn't cut out are just extending out from underneath the image, so it makes it really easy. And then I just used our giant wheel of foam tape, 150 feet or 50 yards for about 20 bucks, and it'll last you a very, very long time. And I just attached that right there, and look at the nice dimension on that, and not too much, so it'd be easy to mail. I think it's great. All right, so let's go back to this one. All right, so for this card, you guys, got a watercolor look to it. And I made a couple of changes to it. So this one also uses a 7x5 tent fold card. And for this one, I used black cardstock instead of the black Miri. I did use the gold Miri, but I didn't go all the way to the edge of the card. I just wanted to leave a little bit of a white edge. But then this piece right here, which is cut to 4 by 6 inches, that one I followed as closely as I possibly could. I didn't have the ink pads that were required. They wanted mahogany. Well, actually, they're using brush markers, but they're using them like an ink pad. So let me show you. So the instructions say to take your little craft mat and to use the brush markers that are water-based, and then to put them on your craft mat with a little bit of water, and then you're using them like watercolors. So I thought, well, I can just use ink pads for that, and so can you. So I wanted to do the burgundy pink color, all right? So I used a combination of earth red prism ink pad and then the hot pink. And then for the leaves, I used khaki ink for the entire surface of the leaf, and then I just added some little accents to it using holly green, okay? And then you're also, before you do any of this, you're of course coloring the background, you're stamping and embossing the image, and then you're painting on that. So let's do that. So I do have, whoops, one that's already set right here. And what I use to do this is the lightweight essential card block, which is, we call it Stampin' White cardstock, and it's available at Paper Wishes, and you can look down below the video and it's listed there. So this is what we're going for. So what I'm going to do is take the hot pink ink and the earth red like this, and then I'm going to take my little mister, just some water in it. You don't need to use a mister, like that. All right, and then I'm just going to take my 4x6 cardstock that's already cut down, and I'm just going to drag it through, just like this. All right, so I grab my heat gun, and then at this point, I'm just going to turn this on, and we are drying this, not completely dry, about halfway dry. And then we're going to go ahead and add some more on there. Okay, mine's turning out way more pink than too, but you guys can back off on the color a little bit. Okay, and then you're just drying this. And I like to do about 3 passes on this. So this is the second one. And we're gonna dry this. And we dry it kind of in between so that every time you put color on it, you're getting the splotches to show up. And then because this is lightweight cardstock, when I'm done and everything is done and I like what I've got, then I would go back and put it under something heavy like a book or something and then let that dry all the way. All right, so we want to get those splotches in there. And like I said, I went hard on the pink on this one, so I would recommend more water and less pink. All right. There we go. All right, so that's essentially how you're getting those splotches and layers, and you can see I went way darker than I wanted to. So on this one, you guys, it says in the instructions to use, and I thought this was an interesting point to make. It says to use a, let me find it on here, Onyx Black VersaFine ink pad, all right? And this is the Onyx Black, this is what they used. And then they also used an embossing pad of your choice, which is clear ink. And then they used clear embossing powder. And I thought, why were they using clear? Why didn't they just use the black ink alone? Well, if you use the black ink alone, this is a water-based ink, okay? So if you use a water-based ink and then you're using watercolors with it, the outlines are gonna smear and everything's gonna go all over the place. So what they did is they stamped their image using like a stamping platform, okay? So like I used our Misty stamping platform. I went over and I stamped it with the black ink, okay? And then went ahead and stamped it again using this embossing pad and then sprinkled clear embossing powder over the top of that. And that seals the black ink in so that it's not going to smear and it gives you a nice sort of glossy image. Now, that sounds like a lot of work. You could just use black embossing powder. So I would recommend, instead of using these 3 things and 2 steps, that you would just use this one, stamp your image, and sprinkle it with black embossing powder. Okay, so that's my opinion on that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is start to color in the leaves. And I like to do all of those parts using one color at the same time. So here's khaki colored ink. We're going to mist that. I have a water brush, which are available at Paper Wishes, and I'll list them down below. And you're just going to do this. You want it nice and watery. We're just going to paint each one of those leaves this nice green. There's different kinds of leaves. You can go more intense on the different varieties if you would like, just like that. Now, when that's done, I'm going to take holly green, just a little bit of water next to it, because we want this to be a little bit more intense. And we're just going to do a little shading kind of where the stems are, like that. And then kind of just right at the base of all those leaves. That's it on the leaves, okay? I'm doing that on the same on all of them. Now, when you're doing the hot pink, which is a fun color to use, okay? A little bit more water. I like to just wipe my brush off just on a little wet paper towel. All right, and then you're just gonna go over all of these like this, and then like that. And then you've got the earth red, and these are all water-based. That's why these are working like this. And then I'm just kind of mixing the earth red together. And then we're going to go and put that darker kind of burgundy color at the base of each one of those petals. Like this. Base of them and filling that in. These bigger areas right here, it's going to go bigger with that color. All right, and then what I would recommend doing is going back to your pink, and you're just going to be doing a little bit more blending in there. And that's pretty much all I did. It was really simple. And when you get to the little berries up here, just use, you want to make, oops, did I grab the wrong one? You want to use the red earth as dark as you can get it. You want it to be substantially darker than the pink. And I'm just doing that without extra water. Just like that. Okay? And I am by no means a watercolorist. Not at all. But I do okay. So you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. There we go. And that's the great thing about working with watercolors. It's just a little messy. It's not supposed to be perfect looking. All right, now, once I got that done, all right, once I got that part done, then the next thing I'm doing is adding some, they added some sort of foiling right here. I didn't have that foiling. So what did I do? I used a gold ink pad. Okay, this one is Golden Glitz. It's a beautiful color. And literally before I matted it or anything, I just took the Golden Glitz ink pad and I just went around the edges like this. And then even went on the surface quite a bit. Just really drug that ink pad so you got that really gorgeous metallic look. And I did that around the card edges. There we go. And then went ahead and did all my matting. Of course, that was after I put this under something heavy, like some books or something, and just let it flatten out. And then went about my business making my card. All right, let's see. What else have I got for you guys? Oh, yeah. All right, we're showing you that one. There's this one. I've already done this one. Okay, so this one, we're going to do this love card. And for this one, you're using this gorgeous cardstock. Remember that border on this one? And you're cutting this cardstock down to 8 by 6. And then you're taking this beautiful like dot acetate and you're using a scoreboard and you're cutting it down to 8 by 7. All right, so this is the cardstock part, the floral part is 8 by 6 and the acetate is 8 by 7. And then you're scoring this by 1 inch on the side so that you can attach it to the back like that, right? And then you get to add all these little beautiful elements. One of the things I noticed that they don't tell you to do on this is I didn't want that to show because this is the back of your card. So it's going to be like this. Oh, how beautiful. And then on the back, you're going to do your writing. So I just wanted it to be a little more finished on the back. So I just cut a strip of that leftover cardstock and I'm just going to put it right over this. And it's just 1 inch by 8 inch. And I think that finishes it off. There we go. All right, so then we're going to take this piece right here, which is one of the outer frames, and we're going to put it right there so it frames this so beautifully. And I just put little pieces of foam tape on there. Go. I just really love how all the information is given to you here, all the measurements, and then if you just don't have something that they are using, you can very easily just make a substitution. A lot of times with what is here in this kit, like if you don't have, like I didn't have the solid red adorable scorable, so I used some of the beautiful rose one. So you can feel free to just make substitutions. All right, so this is just gonna go right like this. There we go. And then this next one also has foam tape back. Tried to save a little time. And then that just gets overlapped like right there. Right, and then we've got this one that says love with your greeting on it. Okay, and before I put that one on, I think I'm going to add something else. We've got some gold sparkly dazzle stickers here. Here's one that I've already started using. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and add something to the top of this. Goes all the way across. Adds even more sparkle. And then kind of makes that my own, right? You can just add things. You don't have to go by the instructions completely. One, and then I'm going to add another one near the bottom. It's going to slip right under there. I should have added this before I started layering, but I kind of forgot. All right, so there, kind of gives me a more finished top and bottom edge. And then we're just going to add this one right there. That is really, really beautiful. Great, love it. And then you guys, it says here, there's a download for the Eternal Blooms inserts from the website, and then you would use them behind each of the toppers so that the foam pads are not visible. So we've got our foam pads back here. They do have paper that is free from the website, and it's located within the magazine. It's really easy to find. And then you could print those out on your own computer if you'd like. And then I've got this one, which is birthday wishes, and I'm going to add this one to the back because then you would write your little sentiment. And then we could add more Jewel Dazzle stickers there as well. All right, you guys, that is quite a collection. As you can see, you're going to get so many fun things to play with. And where's my other card? Here it is. I'm like, here's my card and all this stuff. If you could see my desk. So you guys, fantastic collection. I think it's really a great one to buy if you're not familiar with Hunkydory, or even if you are, because you're getting so much in it. And we have a fantastic money saver right there. Definitely check that out. If you're watching us on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box, and there's a link that'll take you to this webisode page. And hey, while you're there, subscribe to our channel. YouTube tells me over 50% of you are not subscribed. We would consider it a real favor if you would. It helps people find our channel and helps our business. We're a small business in Oregon. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. We'll see you in the next one.